Hey VC, this is Dave here in Texas with another video, another contest video by Eli that is one of the foreign members. He lives over in Israel, and I thought I'd enter his contest. He wanted people to show 3 albums that were pressed or come out of foreign countries. And I can't remember when I first got into international or world or ethnic music from possibly from Bob Marley, you know, maybe from some of the other reggae acts from Jamaica, or started getting into some African bands too that were I remember Peter Gabriel put out that 2-record set that had African influenced bands along with some original African musicians on it, and there were several of those, so I started buying some African stuff. But anyway, since I'm here in the States, I think I found at least 3 other albums that qualify for his contest, and since I like international music as well, I thought I would enter his contest. So here goes. I was listening to this one the other day, as a matter of fact. This is more rock oriented. It's Chihuahua, and not very well known, but he did play on the 2nd edition, I believe is what it is called, the PIL 2nd edition album, which is a 2-record set. This is his own album here, The Legend Lives On by Betrayal by Joe Wobble. And here he is on the back, and it's a UK pressing, which you can see right there. But what it is it's similar in some ways to Can. I would say it's got some electronics on it, and Joe Wobble plays bass, some synthesizer stuff. There's some dub on here along with electronics, and some general weirdness, I guess you could say, along with some kind of, like, I don't know, like reggae and African influences too. And but overall, it's a pretty neat album. It's not real hard. It's I don't know how easy it is or how hard it is to find. But like I said, it's on the this label here. But yeah, a neat album. Here's another one from the UK. It's called Viva Zimbabwe. It's dance music from Zimbabwe, but it's on a UK label called Earthworks. It looks like this, and it's various musicians from that region of the world. Don't know that I recognize any of them. Here's what the back of it looks like. You can kind of look the album up on Discogs if you are so inclined, but yeah, pretty neat album. This album is Machito and his Salsa Big Band. It's recorded live at North Sea in 1982. It's on the Timeless record label, which is a Netherlands label, and that looks like this. I don't know if you can see that. But if you're into big bands and something with a little bit of a Latin sound to it as well, Machito is a really good orchestra player and leader. He plays, what does he play? Or does he just conduct? Yeah, he's a vocalist and percussionist. Here are the musicians right here on it. My camera's not going to pick that up real well. But anyway, this is from the Netherlands. This is on the Django Reinhardt. This is on the Pathé label, which is a French label. And you know, he's a guitarist, Belgian-born guitarist that got real famous for his gypsy-like jazz and swing music. And I've got several albums by him just because I find his music real pleasant. But yeah, this is on the, like I said, the Pathé, I believe it's called Pathé label, which looks like this. And if I screw up any of these names, well, I don't speak very much foreign language. I'm mostly Texas raised and born, so but I do like world music or ethnic music or however you like to call it. But yeah, you can't hardly go wrong with the Django Reinhardt. This is the harmonic choir, David Hikes, and the harmonic choir, hearing SolarWinds. It's on the Acora label, which is out of France, right here. Here's the back of them singing. And what this is a choral music, has a gatefold, and it's choral singing. And what they do is they sing in such a manner that there are overtones to their music. And I guess I would, you know, it's similar somewhere like if you've ever gotten a wine glass and put water in it, dip your finger in it and gone around the ridge of the wine glass, and it makes that odd sound. In some ways it's like that. Of course they don't just hold one tone, but in a lot of ways there's a similarity to, say, maybe space music in the way this sounds, as in the title, Hearing SolarWinds, and it's real hypnotic kind of drone music. But yeah, nice album. Now this one here is an ECM release. It's the Gateway 2 with John Abercrombie, Dave Holland, Abercrombie on guitar, Dave Holland on bass, and Jack DeJohnette on drums. Always like the cover. But some of the ECM albums, I'd say most of them were released here in the States, but this one here I bought was released from their West German label. And don't know if you're going to be able to pick that up, but you might be able to see it right down there, made in West Germany. You can probably see it better on the label. Let's see. Possibly. You might be able to see some of the German writing on here. I don't know. My camera is not that well, but anyway, like I said, some of the, and I got this also an American and a German pressing of this just to kind of compare them. And really, my ears, I don't have that sensitive of hearing. My hearing is not that very good. In fact, I've got ringing in the ears and such. But the German label has this, it's a little bit more flimsy record cover, whereas the American version is a little bit stiffer and made like American records. This one here is also from Germany. This is Deuter's Silence is the Answer. And Deuter plays kind of a new age music with flutes, synthesizers, gongs, bells, you know, all kinds of things. And back when I was collecting new, I just still love this album here. I think it's one of his better ones, actually. But he has a lot of albums that I like. But here he is here. And like I said, this is on the famous Kuk label. Don't know if you can see that, but it's a little bird right here. And you might be able to see it better on the label itself. Let's see. Here it is. It's got a nice label to it. Kuk Records. But yeah, Silence is the Answer by Deuter. if you're into new age ambient and just, you know, music to relax to, this is a good one. Now let's see here. This is Singala. They are a Indonesian band, actually, and it is on the Icon label. And this is the inside of it. And what it is, you have you've got I had to write some of this down. It's recorded in Jakarta, Indonesia, but was manufactured in West Germany. And what it is a flute player, which they call a suling player, a kendang player, which is a drummer, and then there are metal phones on here, which is kind of a percussion instrument or a mallet played instrument, very similar to what our xylophones or marimbas are like, but they're smaller in size, I think. And this is just a combination of like their folk music over there, some gamelan music, and maybe a little bit of classical influenced music, all the same. And yeah, it's called Singala is the name of the group, I guess, and group Gapura. I'm saying all that right. But yeah, it's on the Icon record label. It's one of the few records that was put out on that label, from what I could tell from Discogs. Really like the cover too. Here's one from Glen Campbell, on Glen Campbell, although this is released on a Taiwanese label on the first record label here. And as you can see, this is another one of those real flimsy record covers here. Michael P. Dawson was talking to me about this. He said that these are released on the Taiwan label, and from what I could tell, I'm not even sure if this is a legal copy. It could be some kind of a pirated bootleg type thing. But and it's not very well made either. Here's some of the writing below right here, and true to form, it is really lousily pressed. Here it is again. But I picked it up just because I do like Glen Campbell, and I just thought it was unusual the way the record cover is, when it's encased in plastic like this. And I don't know, just a novelty. Here's one by M.A. Newman, Helen S. Libertas, something like that. But what this is a Finnish musician recording on a Finnish label. The label is, let's see, what is it? I forget. Jonah, the Jonah label, right there. But the music was recorded by M.A. Newman, is the name of the composer, and it has like classical influences, really. A little bit of progressive, but mostly classical influences. And the music was composed for this art exhibition over there in Finland for Helena Vappa in Turku, Finland. And these are some of her other artworks that he had composed this music for over there. And like I said, it's a Finnish recording and Finnish composer. And here's another one from Finland. This is Pekka Pajola. Again, another Finnish composer. He plays bass, and he has since died, but his son is a musician as well. I just found that out here the other day. His son doesn't play bass. I forget what he plays, but both of them are sort of in a jazz, progressive jazz idiom. And Pika Pajola used to play, I believe, with a Finnish band called Wigwam, if I'm not mistaken, or it was another progressive band from over there. I believe it was Wigwam. The name of this album is Joe Cammy's, I believe maybe is how you say that. But this is on the Pajola label, so I don't know if he self-produced this or what. But and there are other musicians on here along with him. He plays the bass, like I said. There's some piano and synthesizer, 2 synthesizers, I guess, and some other musicians. But I can't read the Finnish what they are saying here. But I went into a record store in Austin and heard this playing and asked the guy, it sounded so unusual, I asked the guy what this was that was playing, and he showed it to me. He said he was over visiting Finland and picked up some records from there and you know, sold me this album here. So anyway, Eli, I hope you enjoy that. I hope you have a good luck with your contest. And Eli's a big Beatles fan, and I'm a big fan of the Beatles too. Excuse me a minute. Just wanted to show this here. This is my Beatles puppet that was given to me one Christmas as a kid or young teen. I thought maybe Eli could appreciate that. So, at any rate, as a matter of fact, I just picked this up here the other day. This is a Charlotte Church, which is a young girl. She has already passed, but she started out singing real young. I believe she's 12 years old when she started. But she is a Wales singer. This is called Voice of an Angel. And actually I've heard her before, but I actually picked this up for my sister because her birthday's coming up and I thought she might get a kick out of it. But anyway, enjoyed entering your contest, Eli. I watched your videos before and I've seen your massive record collection, which I think is very cool. And just wanted to enter your contest and hope you're enjoying. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to mention, which I forgot about. I saw your video about going to the German music fair over there, or record show in Germany. And I was wanting to mention that there is a record show here pretty soon in Austin, Texas, which is the capital of Texas. And it's going to be on May 18th and 19th of this year. And I'll leave a link below in case you're just interested to see what it looks like in comparison to the one you went to in Germany. Maybe you might want to fly to the States sometimes and go to that. Just, you know, that's what we love to do as record collectors and music lovers, is attend stuff like that and crate dig. So, or if anybody else that's watching this is interested, you know, go to that link and check it out. It's a really big show, and Austin's a pretty neat town. The worst part being all the traffic, but I guess that's with any big city. So anyway, that's my video, and I hope you get a lot of response for it. I'd be happy seeing the videos as well. So we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.